First question, Jack. How did you get started in mixed martial arts?
To be honest with you, I just started out in boxing. Got sent to a boxing gym. I was a bit of an energetic kid and needed an outlet, so that's kind of how I got into it.
Yeah, superb. And now fighting in Cage Warriors.
Yeah.
How happy are you with your performances in Cage Warriors so far?
I still feel like the best is yet to come. I still feel like I haven't had my perfect fight yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's yet to come. We'll see.
And I couldn't have this interview without talking about your last fight,
Yeah.
the title fight. Cage Warriors 119, you lost a split decision for the title. Talk to me about that. Talk to me about, first of all, your performance and how you feel like you dealt with that fight.
I feel like I did pretty well, to be fair. I feel like I'd shown some improvements in my stand-up after working with John. And I feel like I won the fight, if I'm honest. I feel like I was 3 rounds up at least, and maybe even 4. So.
Yeah. And now, I always feel like it's a bit of a funny position when a title fight goes to a split decision because there is them. You know, I wouldn't say it was controversial. I wouldn't say it was a robbery type of thing. It was a close fight.
Yeah, it was a close fight for sure. But I just feel like I was 3 rounds up. I feel like one of the judges scored in the first round, and that was my best round. I know for a fact I won that round. Do you know what I mean? It was very clear, and some reason the judge gave him that round too. So.
Yeah. And how was your prep going into that fight?
Really good. I didn't have long to get it done, but about 4 weeks with John, we managed to get my weight down. I was really heavy. I come in too heavy really. From 86 kilo to 70, in like 4 weeks. So it's some going. In the future, I feel like if I was to prepare and be a little bit more organised, I'd definitely, I'd excel more in that fight.
100%. And I feel like at this moment in time, Bellator is kind of the big scene in Britain. Is that fair to say?
Yeah,
Sorry,
absolutely.
Bellator, I meant Cage Warriors.
Yeah, Cage Warriors. I mean, even Bellator obviously does Bellator UK. They're, brilliant show. And
I meant Cage Warriors in terms of like domestic fights, in terms of like big English fights, and obviously the path to the bigger organisations is probably a Bellator or a UFC, as we've mentioned. Do you feel like you want to reclaim that title before you look into other organisations, or would you?
I mean, I'd love to, but I just feel like Cage Warriors don't always give me what I want. I feel like I've served my time for them, and I feel like they should value me a little bit more than they seem to value me. Do you know what I mean? Like I asked for really big names. I want to fight Paddy. I want to fight like Donovan Desmay. Every time I ask for these fights, I get offered someone who's debuting on Cage Warriors. I want to check out the big names. I don't want to like take on new guys. You know what I mean? All the time.
Yeah. And why do you think that is?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think maybe because Graham manages Paddy and that, and I just think he knows I'll fucking batter him. So,
what would your opinion be on a fight with Paddy?
I just think it'd be a great fight. I think he's got really good jiu-jitsu. I feel like a grappling exchanges could be awesome to watch for the fans. Yeah. But yeah, I'd love to stay standing with him, and love to take his head off. So.
And it is to say, it is a bit of a funny position that you're in, because like I feel there is a lineage, isn't there, between people who win the Cage Warriors titles and then where they progress on to. We've obviously Conor McGregor goes without saying. Mason Jones debuted in the UFC last week.
Dan Hardy as well.
Dan Hardy, yeah. Who was the Jay Herbert? Yeah, Jay Herbert was another big one. So, do you want to stay in Cage Warriors?
I would like to, but again, it's for me, like I want to get more money as well. I want more money, and I want the big names. And unfortunately, like Cage Warriors don't always give me what I want either. I feel like I've saved my time, so we'll see. I could recontract there, or I could recontract elsewhere. Yeah. So.
And when are you hoping to get back in the cage next?
Oh, as soon as possible. I'm just gonna start staying ready from now. So I'll be ready. I'll be cutting less weight, and yeah. And obviously more time with John, more time learning and improving my stand-up and, everything, all areas anyway. Yeah.
And for those who aren't watching this, we're referring to John Gillies, aren't we?
Yeah, John Gillies, yeah. The master, sensei.
We'll send them that little clip. How much has he improved your game and this gym for Corner Combat?
I feel like, it's been massive. I've never been padded so much ever. To be honest with you, I've had coaches in the past where I've never been padded by him. So, I get padded every day by John. Yeah. So it's perfect. Yeah. And then he's always watching me spar, watching me train, and picking out things that I could do and things that would suit me as well. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So it's tailor made for your style.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because obviously we're all so different, and he sees things that I want to add to my game. He knows what I need. I can tell.
Is he your first head coach?
Probably, yeah. To be fair, I've not really had a Thai coach as such before. Paid privates with people and that, but never, not quite like how John is with us and everyone in these. That's why we're all in the dorms, you know what I mean? Because he just gives you his time.
Yeah, 100%. And in an ideal world, what does 2021 look like for Jack Grant?
Just want to wear some dough and fight the best in the world, you know what I mean? That's what I want. And, you know, I feel like that's what I'll get as well, you know. For me, like, I'm not really asked about the medals and the trophies. I want to, you know, I want to get paid for what I'm doing, and I want to fight the people, whoever you think's the scariest guy, that's the guy I want to fight.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Is there a name out there that you would like next? You got your opportunity, Jack.
Hey,
you can give me your name.
If I could just have a dream fight, I'd want to fight like a savage, a proper, I don't know, like a Tony Ferguson or something. You know what I mean? Like, I aim high. You know what I mean? I'm not picking fights, but that's what I want. They're the people I want to fight, the people I dream of fighting, and that's why I do this.
Superb. Well, thank you for giving me time today. Before we end, how can people find you on social media?
Jack Grant MMA, Skinny Power Man.
You
say
skinny power, and I don't. It doesn't.
Look at that boy! It's not fucking hell.
You say skinny power, and
Might
it doesn't make sense
off.
to me. You are not skinny, Jack. You're not skinny.
I might take my top off.
Go on, you're welcome to. Go on. It's great content. Come on.
You would take it off.
Go on, I dare you. Go on.
I'm out.
And before we finish, is there anything you'd like to say other than skinny power?
Just a massive thanks to everyone at Four Corners, all my teammates, and and my coaches.
Superb. Jack, thank
you. Awesome.